Hey guys. So, people might hate me after this video, but we'll just see, or maybe I'll just get a bunch of sort of "you don't understand comics" type of comments. But you know, let's go for it. So, my solution to sort of explaining Spidey being out of the MCU, and then maybe sort of having that sort of in the future if Marvel and Sony decide to sort of partner up again after they've made a bunch of projects with Spider-Man out of the MCU, maybe they could bring Spider-Man back into the MCU with him being all grown up. But yeah, so here's the solution, right? So, with the events of Avengers Endgame, we do know that the universe has been corrected in terms of population, but we don't know sort of the effects of time and I guess sort of the other powers of the universe in terms of eternity, how that affects the Marvel universe and the comics in any way. I can't remember. If I have a book somewhere, I can probably dig it up. But what Thanos said in Endgame right before he got killed, he said that he turned the stones to atoms. So the stones aren't necessarily destroyed; they're still there. They're just really small, right? Because because as you know, and you can go back to what the Ancient Ones said. When she said that if you take an Infinity Stone out of its place, or sort of vice versa to how if you destroy it, sort of the universe or that reality becomes compromised, and sort of chaos will flow, or sort of the fabric of reality will be destroyed, and things like that. So maybe Spider-Man, maybe Spidey just. This is really stupid, but maybe Spidey sort of gets pulled into, I guess it was one of those portals or sort of like tears in the fabric of reality that Mysterio was talking about in Far From Home, where sort of his explanation of how the elementals, who we figure out are fake, have entered the MCU, but we still don't know yet. I mean, obviously they're fake, but we don't know what else might have gotten into sort of Earth 616. I guess they dubbed like the MCU as 616, I'm guessing. I can't remember. I read an article about that. Anyways, so maybe Spider-Man falls into one of these fabrics of reality, and he sort of crosses over with the Sony universe, and then because I'm guessing, they have to deal with with what happened in Avengers Endgame when we get to the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. They got to deal with that on some level in that movie, even if they're going to sort of talk about it or even reference it. But sort of, the universe is, there is a tear, so all kinds of things might happen. And even Kevin Feige has sort of mentioned that across certain platforms, whether he was doing interviews or whether he was at Comic-Con. He was saying just because Mysterio makes up lies about the multiverse doesn't mean they're true, and the multiverse can obviously have other effects. Obviously we can see other characters, but also sort of have strange things happen in each person's reality, or in our immediate reality, which is the MCU. Maybe that could be a solution where Spidey just happens to wait. Maybe his Spidey sense might have something to do with that, where he sort of gets teleported into sort of the Sony universe, or let's call it the Venom universe, and sort of have Spider-Man still continue his story in the Sony universe. God, this is where it gets kind of tricky. I did think about one thing where Mysterio could have been no. It couldn't have been Mysterio's illusions. Let's go with the multiverse. I'd rather say that because I don't know, man. I don't know what I was thinking. It's not a foolproof plan, but I tried at least. So let me know what you guys are thinking, and I guess sort of like post comments about what you guys think might be a foolproof plan, or if there's something wrong with with my plan at least, or if someone can continue my plan, because that would be awesome, man. I'm just panicking at this point about the whole Marvel Sony deal, but you guys let me know, and I don't know when I'll crank up another video, but I had to talk about this. So see you guys later, I guess. Peace.